Tifa here with Fit Bully TV. So tomorrow we'll be doing or attempting to do Zara's last breeding. Oh man, part of my job is to make sure that I'm always honest with you guys and continue to motivate and inspire you to do a little bit more. I would be remiss, as T.I. would say, if I didn't tell you that a lot of this stuff can get overwhelming. And I actually have a group of people that are assisting and assist in us being, progressive with executing the plan. Now, why people like that breeding back to back or 2 or 3 litters at a time is beyond me. I don't feel you can get it right when you do it in excess. And I know people, I've even got them on film saying, hey, at one time I had 30 dogs running just so I could get that perfect one or that right one. Yeah, if you roll the dice that many times, you're liable to strike gold or get a unicorn. But it's also probable that you just keep crapping out because you don't get to focus on your program's maturity. And what that means is we like to allow our dogs to grow up. That way we can really see kind of what we're doing and if it's working. Because it doesn't work on base how it's looking. It works based on how it performs. And our goals, they have to align. But we're at the place now where we don't have to do any more outside breedings for real. This is our last outside breeding. I wrote up a 6-year plan for Justice over at Bougie Bulls, which you'll see in this episode. Come from Dallas to Jefferson City. He's got the dog hot shot. I think the dogs are going to line up real well as far as like with the females, what I'm looking for in a female, and what's in Zara's pedigree, phenotypically speaking. When we get to Generation 5, we'll have more genetics. Look, I always miss saying like, subscribe, and share, but hopefully by now you're enjoying some of the journey that we're sharing. So, got to the hotel. I'm about to do some work and catch my breath first. I'm gonna catch my breath. I'm gonna read into this book and kind of write up a little bit more about our kind of genetic goals, if you would, and what we want to achieve. But I would tell you guys, look, it's gonna get overwhelming at times, especially when the things are working, when the things are not working. I feel like I haven't got a break. I definitely could use one, and I don't mean a break from the dogs. I mean just like for things to slow down. But we pressed the green light. I'm never gonna forget a buddy of mine. It's near and dear to me named Rich. He said he walked in the house one time and things were going crazy in his life. And I was there through that process. And he said, Trevor and I will only have one mode, and that's just go. And it's definitely going. And it's growing. And you say, hey, this is what you signed up for. This is what you asked for. So you can't complain. And there's no complaints. It's just sometimes I wish these dogs would slow down. But we have to keep pushing the envelope, moving the needle forward so we can continue to help you guys and getting closer to our dreams. So stay tuned as always. Take care of your dogs and enjoy this fun process that we're about to walk down as we get one step closer to building our American Terrier, which is still 5 years away. Guys, we're on our way to go into Zara's last breeding. We're going to get another progesterone test so we'll know what her numbers are at. More than likely we'll have to do a TCI. I've never actually done a TCI on her. We've only done AIs, which are good because she's taken every time we've done it. We've only done one, which means that her system is in full effect, aka working and functioning and healthy. Goal is to keep her super healthy through this one, and we'll retire her after this. People often ask the question, hey, what do you do with your females when you're done? Well, Zara can't go anywhere. She has to stay under my watch. She's a little tumultuous at times. And I don't think a lot of people, it's only a couple people that could actually manage her. Other females people are interested in, I don't sell them with, hey, she's got 2 more breedings. I don't sell that stuff. I'm like, hey, I got a great dog here. And I'd love to, put her in your hands if you're, since you've been asking about her. Some people that know me, they just want my dogs. And so not every female is definitely going to stay all the time. Forever at least. And then other times they'll stay until the day that they die. And most times moving forward, especially when we get to land, our females won't go anywhere because we're going to, move slow, move correctly. And as always, take care of our dogs. So stay tuned. We'll be seeing Hot Shot here soon. The doctor lets us record. We'll record in his facility and kind of show you what that process looks like and, that conversation and what's going on. And we got a lot of other good stuff taking place today. So
time.
Likewise.
Yeah.
That's the man. How you been doing, man?
He's been great.
Yeah.
Everybody's been great. Little back roads today, so he's been having some gas, but you know. First thing in the morning, some back Missouri roads aren't exactly fun to drive, but
No, man.
it's a little ways out of the way.
How deep up in there do you live out there in Denver?
So it's we're like 20 minutes outside the city, but we're kind of like to the side, so we had to kind of go over and then come down. So,
Yeah.
but it's fine. I mean, it's nothing too crazy. So this place is great.
How many dogs do you have now?
Oh shit! I think we got 8 adults, and then I got 2 juveniles. One of them's leaving this weekend. And I'm probably going to be selling the other one as well. Just my goal is to get down to 4. So
4 total?
4 total, I think. 4 total, including him. He doesn't really count. He's like the OG. He doesn't go anywhere. We don't go anywhere without him. So we'll see. I think. Man, my kids just keep getting bigger, and we're gonna have another one hopefully. And
Yeah.
so you know, life and the amount of work that these dogs do.
Man, it's way too much.
Yeah, but I got my best stuff coming up. I just confirmed Bodak and Jabroni yesterday, which is big time for me. That's a primo blood, which I don't know if you're familiar with him. Weight-cutting champion, 14 years old. It's the truth. Yeah, OFA tested, like
All that stuff.
the real deal. Yeah, and they did it here, so they're good people in there.
Okay. Let's go here and get them situated, man.
Come on, baby.
Toast on the bag.
Just open the door. They got him.
Lovely. A little privacy.
Good boy, ouch. The muscle on these dogs.
I know, this is intense.
No, about what they're about to do.
Oh, yeah. Right, she ain't even been working out.
Yeah.
She's literally fresh off the last breed.
Oh boy. Okay, now I'm just waiting for it to go back to clear. I'm only gonna need about 2 mils of fluid to fill her uterus. I'm gonna spin this down to super concentrate it.
What's the volume looking like? I can't see.
We're probably at about 5-6 mils total here. I can do a count on it for you if you want me to.
I always like to know the count.
Yeah,
That's up to you.
yeah,
yeah. No, no
Kind of
problem.
track it over the years.
Yeah, see if we're getting better or if we fluctuate or whatnot. I might already tell you it's gonna be well over what I want, but I understand you always want an exact number.
He usually pulls really well. Yeah. Motility is the one thing I just like to know.
Sure,
so,
absolutely.
Counting motility.
Yep, I can do that for you.
Good with that.
Okay, we're done clear. Good boy.
Good job.
All right, looks like there's a little bit of old.
It's okay, Mama. It's okay, Mama.
Dad, if you want to just come to this side, my doctor's going to work on this side, and that way she'll focus on you and everything. I have a shunt in her in the back, so that's why her tail is lifted and everything. Everything's going to be in just a second. Move the slide out. See the camera.
Do we have the numbers back on his?
That's what he's looking at right now.
Awesome. Morning, everybody.
Morning.
Well, we got a camera. Yep.
No, or total.
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 So there's this opening the cervix. There's the catheter going through the cervix right there. So that's where it goes. So there's the cervix. There's our catheter that's going through there. Okay, semen looked real good. Whitney will talk to you, but basically just short of 500 million little sperm cells. Real good. Whoops. Okay, we'll let her stand here for just a minute. When she goes outside, don't let her go pee.
Okay.
So this will
What's he said there's a process you guys use too where you kind of like stimulate her or something?
Doing that right now.
Okay, perfect.
It's really kind of immaterial. We'll put that directly in the uterus. But good.
How is his motility on the semen?
92%. So real good.
Sweet.
He did his part.
He did his part. I like it. Atta baby.
Good. 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 So what color are these going to be?
Both of these guys, I'd say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
more than likely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More than likely.
Some blue fawns?
Yeah. Lilac and tan, some tries.
Definitely try it. I'll try it. Probably some. You're gonna get a darker blue. I bet you.
I want a black try.
Rich. Oh, dude. Well, I guess see, lilac is a triple carrier, so you can get all of them off that. Does she throw?
And her, remember, Kane's black. Or is he blue?
You guys, thank you. We'll
Thank you.
understand just a minute more, okay?
Thank you
Real
very
good.
much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Maya, out of him and Maya's litter, there was a black one that died.
Really?
Dropped dead.
That's got to be from Maya, though.
Yeah, because her mom's jet black.
Yes. Okay.
Jet
Right.
black. So I was super excited.
Jasmine's really, really dark though, and so is Demi, like a darker blue even than her, I'd say. So we dark.
Did he tell you numbers and motility on him?
Yes,
Awesome.
thank you.
Okay. Would he be considered a chocolate?
Lilac.
Lilac. Okay.
Yes.
That was my
Yep.
other choice. Okay, so we're just doing this one time. Charges are in for you, and I put notes on concentration and motility for your percent motility. So it brought down to like 445, something
Right.
like
So
that.
still,
So still good.
Triple
Still,
about triple the amount. Okay. Perfect.
Yep.
Awesome.
Still could breed more than one female at a time.
Yeah.
All
We'll take
right.
it. Thank you guys.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
I'll put a brief email on him for you so you can have that
Thank you.
paperwork. for
Appreciate
Okay.
it. Alrighty. There we go.
Perfect.
Right to the car. No peeing over here.
Yeah.
Man, he got that cervix right away.
Hey, he was on a mission.
That's the fastest TCI I've been a part of, without a doubt.
Sometimes he's very unsure.
Thanks.
So guys, it was a 2-hour commute from where we were staying in Jefferson City by Justice to do the breeding with Zara. And 2 hours back. And then tomorrow morning, we'll drive back from here. And that'll be basically another 2 hours deducted, meaning we could have saved ourselves 2 hours if we just left right now. Could have left right now. But I want to spend some time with Justice, get out here and see his dogs, do some shooting, get as much information as possible on Hot Shot, which, you guys are going to see. I think Bam Bam lit the cameras. Forgive me if you see some smudge. Stay tuned. Got to see a TCI, what that looks like for the most part. Ask some questions, and as always, take care of your dogs. Exactly. That's the other thing. I said, look, you want me to tell you the truth? Truth is, all of it's really trash.
That's the fact too.
It's the same thing. Excursion is excursion, and crap is crap.
Yep. Ever seen any of my dogs with on a paddleboard? See some hot shot on the paddleboard. See how that goes.
So guys, we're out here right now with Justice from Bougie Bulls. Man, this is the sight to see. Now, you know, you're on Fit Bully TV. You know, if I had this type of, it's one of these type of amenities, you couldn't find me. I'd have a wetsuit in the freezer just because I heard it keeps you warm, just so I can test the theory. Like, hey, let's see what these dogs will do today.
Absolutely.
You just talked about why you're here in Missouri.
Yes.
This is one of the reasons why.
Absolutely. It's the number one reason. I think these dogs deserve as much as we can give them, and I can't give them this anywhere else. So, you know, the land, it speaks for itself, and this river is a place where I fell in love with my now wife, and my kids love it, and the dogs love it as well. So it's a really special place, and there's just not a lot of places like this where you can come let your dog be a dog and enjoy the water, enjoy a safe riverbank, and just literally just let them be a dog and sit back and enjoy life, which is what we try to do as much as we can.
And then real quick, talk a little bit about your vision for, you know, what you're doing with your program.
Yeah.
How long it's going to be around, because, you know, people are in and out all the time.
Absolutely, yeah.
And we talked about doing this long term and pacing ourselves.
Yeah, so I definitely think that, like, I'm going into, like, what I'm calling, like, my phase 3, which I'm, you know, anticipating to be kind of closed up in the next, like, 2 years. So I think we're going to really push hard for these next 2 years, and then we're going to take a big step back and hopefully enjoy those dream productions that we've created. So vision-wise for the dogs is definitely, I mean, extending on Hot Shot's frame and just kind of making it a little more extreme, even a little more bully, and then all by maintaining a really athletic dog. Like, I think the coolest part about Hot Shot is a little bit of both, and he can come out and run and catch a ball or run after a ball and still have that extreme kind of bully look and muscle. So as long as we have that muscle, and then the cherry on top will be the lilac tri. I'm a sucker for lilac tris. I know, you know, the color world, it can be, you know, it can take you off your vision a little bit. You have to have a preference, right?
I'm a chocolate fiend. One of my first girls, she was red, just gorgeous. I love that. She's only $150 though, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
$150 and one of the best dogs I've ever had in my life, to be clear. So another 10, 20 years potentially.
Yeah.
And really just breeding for you when it comes down to it.
I mean, honestly, with the whole vision, when I say phase 3, 100% is phase 3 for me. I have no intention of breeding to anybody else's vision but my own. And I mean, I'm a second generation dog breeder, so I've been around it enough to kind of realize that there is a expiration date on the vision and the time that you can do this the right way. And, you know, we're still growing, and I'm doing things the best way we can, but that also I would like to continue to grow. And I think that there's going to come a time where the amount of dogs that you have versus resources, it's a fine point that you really got to pay attention to. So right now we're kind of...
and not to cut you off, but look, he's a business owner as well.
Absolutely.
So when you start talking resources, you go, the people say, hey, you do what? He's like, look, you want to create more overhead? I've been in facilities where we've trained, and I said this before, it costs $1,500 to turn the lights on in some places.
Yeah.
You got 40 dogs, that's 40 problems.
Absolutely. 40 problems, 40 mouths to feed, 40 dogs that you have to have some type of emotional connection with to get them, you know, especially with these dogs going to family homes, which is who I like to see my dogs with the most. And so I think when that time is going to come, I don't exactly know. I'm just really focused on what I have now, and I feel like I've done a really good job, and my wife and I have taken a step back and really being thankful for where we are at now, the dogs we have, and just focusing on now. And I think that for me, when I first got into it, there's always that you're chasing that dream dog, you're chasing that vision, but I think that you have to look at what you have now. And so with that mindset switching a little bit, like, we've enjoyed Hot Shot even more than we have, and all of our dogs have been just living better, and it's just a different energy. And quite frankly, now that we found that, I don't really think I'm ever going to go back the other way. So I think that's going to pace ourselves really well. And you know, my ultimate dream is to have these dogs around and have my version of my dream dog to hand to my kids when they're, you know, of age. So I think it's a legacy thing, and when I look at it like that, I think all the, you know, side bullshit that can happen with this industry, to say the least, it goes away. So we're pretty laser focused in right now, and it's just awesome that you get to meet great people that kind of have the same love for your dogs. And like I said, it's pretty cool where your love of dogs will take you, right? To a gravel beach in Missouri backwoods. Like, it's just
backwoods.
yes.
We in the cuts, people. Listen, I can't thank him enough for working with us.
I told you he was going to end up with some cow shit on his face eventually, or something.
I can't thank him enough for working with us. We've been on this plan, and people have reached out and say, I want to do something. I've seen some nice dogs, but I like what Justice stands for. I like what his ideas, his ideology. I like this no stress. A lot of times you get into this space and it's just too stressful, and people are so worried about the money that we don't get to take care of the dogs. And I've told you guys up front, I'm out 50 right now, easy.
Yeah.
And in L's, there's no green here, and even still, we're working through making sure. As I told you, this breeding alone is probably going to be, when it's all said and done, Hot Shot stud feed's a good 35. Did you take it up?
Yes, it's 35.
Okay, I just
Yep.
want.
Nope,
So
it's there.
you want to deal with Hot Shot? You're gonna see the pups grow up. It's 35. He got to get 35. We pay for the progesterone. I'm already estimated about $4,000 or $5,000 in. We ain't got one pup yet.
Exactly, and it's only going to go up after that, right? And
Yeah.
that's the part about the resources too, right? Like doing it the right way. Like, I have a regimen that I follow when my girls are pregnant. I'm not going to take away from that
Ever.
I'm not doing that. So I think that's a huge fact that people need to really look at, because if you don't and you get down that road and you've invested that, and when that last chunk of change gets smacked at your face, it could be a panic situation. And I think that's can't state that enough.
That's right, and
Yeah.
I forgot the C-section.
Absolutely, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
You got the
I
C-section
forgot.
grabbing ears.
We
yes.
had 7 already. Look, we
Yes.
got to 7 real quick. You
Right.
look up and you but the point of it is when you have a vision that's bigger than yourself. I had to ask myself a question when I came back to breeding. Am I ever going to be without a dog?
Yeah.
And I think the business right now is in the right place to do it correctly. And there's an opportunity to really focus on some things that could change things. So I can't thank him enough. You'll see all the dogs that we got to shoot today. Hot Shot's been one of my favorite dogs for some time now. I'm excited to see, if everything goes in throughout 30, 45 days, we'll have some magic.
Some great news.
Some great news,
Absolutely.
people. So as
Absolutely.
always, take care of your dogs, people. So we was in Jefferson City last night, and man, got to the point where we're like, you got to get out of here. It was a good time. They didn't have the best hotel options for dogs. Plug for the Marriott right now. Normally, if you book Marriott, they have, I think, a Fairfield or a Town Suites that has no breed restrictions, and you literally can take your pit bull, American bully with you throughout the world. I want to sit here and talk a little bit, real short. Bougie Bulls Justice. I'm the second person to ever come to his house and spend some time seeing his dogs in his facility. In this bully space, it's hard to find good people. People that are genuinely concerned with the dogs and have a clear vision and just do right by the pets. There is an exchange of money on dogs, so we're not going to pretend like it's not a business, but a good business takes care of its products at the highest level. And that's not to say there are people who are not doing it. I mean, there's some amazing kennels and kennel setups out there for a lot of the dogs as well. But we just want to make sure that we continue to connect as far as what we do here with some of the people that are like heavily invested in the future of the breed and bettering the breed. And he's a guy that I wrote a 6-year plan up on a couple years ago now, and I actually, when we did the breeding with Maya, and those dogs about to be a year old, I didn't even get a chance to spend any time with them. So a big thank you to Bougie Bulls, Justin and his family. His mom, I thought that was fun. His mom walks in and she says, "I'm the one who messaged you about the alfalfa pellets." I said, "Oh, well, hopefully it works." And she was excited to see Bam Bam. And, I tell you, I get a lot of messages. I do, via Instagram and TikTok. I haven't really answered a lot on TikTok recently, but we're talking anywhere from 30 to 50 good messages a day, and you just never know who you're talking to. So, good thing I was respectful, to say the least, and kind, which is one of my rules, as long as people are being respectful as well. So, guys, for those people who are in this thing for the long run, I'm still old school in the way where I want to see the process. I know people ship semen and it works different times. We didn't have success the first time. I didn't want to risk it, so we drove Zara up there. Now we're about to pour into her nutrition, take care of her, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in the next couple episodes about what we're doing, and even me prepping and getting her food situated. Remember that your females need great sources of A, D, E, and K going into the pregnancy, micronutrient wise. And we'll talk more about progesterone tests and so many other things. So for now, and hopefully you enjoyed this episode. Like, subscribe, share. T-Fit, Fit Bully TV, people, as always. Just take care of your dogs.